Well, you've made it to the right place because we've got another play-in game here and a chance to make your way and punch your ticket into a quarter-final is what's on the line now between France and Norway. Two very different routes to be able to get here, as you got the third place team from the yellow pool in Norway with a 2-2 record, wins over Wales and Austria, but losses versus Poland and Belgium. While on the other side you have France with a 1-3 record. It was good enough to get them fourth overall in the green pool as they found their first win of the European Box Lacrosse Championships yesterday in an overtime win versus Portugal. Losses coming to Switzerland, Slovakia, and Scotland. Officials taking a peek up here to the booth, so let's get them into this one right away as well. Officials for this game will be Keith Gagne, Daniel Hagen, and Laura Owen, as the two goaltenders will stare across at each other from their respective creases. You're getting a look at the lineups for this game. And France is going to want to carry forward what they found through their overtime win yesterday versus Portugal. It was Joseph Valera who ripped one from the outside to find their first win of the tournament. France now looking for a little bit more of that here at LCC Radotín. It's EBLC 2026. My name's Tino Farah. We are underway. Norway with the opening possession as Sebastian Barga Ask Madsen will peel off to the bench, and he's fired up after that loose ball to get his team up and into the offense. Everybody gonna get a touch here, as that'll be a swim around the France defender. Doesn't work. Now a roll to the middle. Scores! One shot, one goal. Norway onto the board early. That most certainly didn't take long. That's about as picture perfect of a pick and roll as you're gonna find. Forcing the defender with that equal pressure. That's the important thing there. You'll hear the officials holler out to the players, equal pressure. But Norway getting the upper hand and will open the scoring. Philip Mikkelsen will get things going early on with his first of the game. And now a lengthy loose ball battle off of the ensuing face-off. France still has yet to touch the ball. Norway looks like they're having a bit of trouble here picking it up off the carpet, but now they're going to get it on a loose ball push called in the Norway end of the floor. Temperatures cooling off here a little bit. This is our second of 4 games here at LCC Radotín. It's day 6 at EBLC 2026. The sun's starting to peek through the clouds. There may be a little bit of rain in the forecast, but don't get it twisted. The teams will play no matter what. Norway hoping for the early 2-0 lead, but they can't get that one past the starting goaltender in net for France, Nathan Delorme. At the other end, Norway going to lead on Oscar Fossen-Hoavik. The larger goaltender in terms of stature, and he's also wearing the field lacrosse helmet compared to Delorme at the other end, wearing the more traditional hockey mask. And already Oscar Fossen-Hoavik makes a save. France will get a big reset, struggling with it a little bit, but now they'll settle down their offense. Jules Durung wants it back. They'll skip it to the corner instead. The ball will go down to the turf. Norway allowing just one shot despite the pair of resets for France. Now Madsen. Hard to miss him with the bright yellow head on the end of his stick. Making his way back to the bench. Auni Vu has made his way on, but it'll be a back over call against the Norwegians, and France will get the free clear. The more they can find themselves in a spot like this, forcing Norway to make those tough passes near center, the more that benefits France in order to keep their legs for the stretch drive of this one. They want to use their athleticism, they want to use their speed, but if they can make sure they still have some gas left in the tank for the later stages of this game. They're going to put themselves into a pretty good spot against this high-flying Norway team. Again, Norway finished 4th in their pool. Check that, 3rd in their pool. France finished 4th in theirs. The pool play in the men's division finished up yesterday. All the seeding was wrapped up by the end of the day. There was a pair of thrilling overtime games between England and Ireland. First were the men, and the nightcap came in the women's division. Both the exact same score. I believe it was 10-9 in overtime. Might have been 9-8 in overtime. Just racking my brain here. But incredible environments to close things out, and expect nothing less here on our 6th day of EBLC 2026. France still looking to tie up the score after Norway opened it up on their first shot of the game, just over 30 seconds into it. 5 seconds left on this shot clock, and Norway really starting to press out, and they're going to hold France without a shot on another possession. But now it's going to be a full press for France, with Norway looking to break free, and a good set of wheels to get around that. Ingmar Juvsland will break free of the line. Now Vu looking down to Varpa. The pass just missed. Hauni Vu has it. He's going to drop his shoulder, back pedal through. He shoots, denied, gets his own rebound, but the second chance doesn't make its way on goal. Now Hauni Vu has to get out of the play. Not an option to be a pass here. Now the official's arm will drop down. Varpa working with Vu. Backhand shot off the face mask of the goaltender and out of play. Norway really starting to press for the 2-0 lead. 4.5 minutes through quarter number 1. East to west movement. Vu winding, firing, looking at the 5-hole, but the legs will be shut between that of Nathan Delorme. Delorme, an active goaltender in the crease. Very good movement going from post to post. The French forwards a little bit slow to settle themselves into the offense. They pretty well had an easy clear over center, but by the time they get set, there was only 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Now down to 5, and it's another set offensively for France where they can't get a shot on goal. Norway's defense proving to be difficult to break free of. This is Glimsdahl. Sandra Glimsdahl gets that over to Grunda Utnes. Glimsdahl has it again. Shot on the run, well wide, looking for his own rebound, and he's forced to just bat it towards the goaltender. And I mean, we're talking about Norway and their hulking defense forcing France to the perimeter, minimal shots available. Well, credit to France, they just mirrored that effort with one of their own. Shot clock goes against Norway, but still with the 1-0 lead. Louis Arbo. One defender to beat. Help comes over. He tries to shoot around, and that goes off of the arm of Vladimir Andersen. And another shot goes wide. Call that back-to-back shot clock violations against France. No shooting lane is easy to come by right now. Norway doing a phenomenal job with sticks and lanes, banging bodies on the outskirts. And with that shot going wide, it bounces all the way down the floor. A chance opening up here for Norway. It's underneath and it's in. Is that Mikkelsen again? It just might be. He looks up and sees a lane underneath that he likes, and France just a little too slow to slide. You can see it's the cardinal sin as the low defender, especially when there's no help behind you. You cannot get beat underneath. You absolutely have to angle your counterpart up and away and into help. Norway now with a 2-0 lead on France, who've struggled here to get the offense through. That may change. Arbo going to the goal, but the ball is knocked out of his stick before he could shoot. It's been a while since France has been able to get anything on target despite that effort on the drive. 8:40 left in the opening quarter, 2-0 Norway over France. So the winner will go on to play Ireland in a quarterfinal meeting. Lots on the line here. Haunivu is going to defend. Stuck out of the defensive gate as France will bounce that early and out of play. You may have seen some celebrations make their way onto the social media channels here at EBLC 2026, and chances are you've gotten acquainted with Haunivu, with what he's been able to put in front of the camera. If you haven't seen him yet, or if you haven't seen any of the content that's been making its way onto the social media channels, make sure you go across to the Instagram at EBLC 2026. Follow along for all the score updates, highlights, interviews, just all the content you could imagine here being put on by the fantastic crew here in Radotín and all of the other locations here for EBLC 2026. And now there's a penalty coming up against France. Head referee Keith Gagne. Delay of game will be the penalty, and that's going to be bad to worse for France. Norway's power play can certainly sling it around, and already leading 2-0. A chance to extend that even further. Udnes will be up top. He comes to his wrong side and shoots off the foot of a defender. No, they'll say it goes off the goaltender. Okay, a couple of conflicting calls. I was correct. It does go off of a defender, so that'll be a block. No back over and no reset either. Udnes puts it into the body of a defender again. The ball is high into the air. Norway hoping for a late shot. They can't get it on target in time. And the clock winds down to about 7 minutes. No more hydration breaks here, at least with the cooler weather making its way in, which means there's just one media timeout per quarter. It'll come under 7 minutes, barring the whistle coming off of a penalty called. And France gets one back. Jack Terron, short-handed, goes to the stick side, and France are on the board. Well, if they can kill the remaining minute and 14 seconds of this one, as well as leave with a shorthanded goal under their belt, you can chalk that as a positive plus sum for France. And they've got possession on the ensuing face-off. May have been a bit of a telegraphed pass, but they get away with it. As Arbo works to the corner. Crunched now by two defenders, but switches hands to his left. Still protecting the stick, can't find a lane. Now he will across. Oh, and it's tipped, almost intercepted. Maintained though by the goal scorer, Terron back out. Does he want another look towards the goal on a shorthanded chance? This time he passes, and the shot will be whistled wide of the goal. The shot clock will expire, and Norway wants to go in an odd man rush, but with the shot clock going, that brings us to a whistle and to our first media timeout of this game. It's Norway 2, France 1. Back with more after this.
Pivo z rodinného pivovaru, kde řemeslo a tradice jdou ruku v ruce.
You're looking at center floor of LCC Radotín here in Prague, Czech Republic. Home of the European Box Lacrosse Championships 2026. And right now you're looking at a meeting between Norway and France in a play-in matchup. Winner will go on to a quarter-final meeting with Ireland. Here's a set play from Norway. Still with a bit of time on the man advantage. It'll be a save off the stick of Delorme. France having just scored a shorthanded goal before the break to get themselves onto the score sheet, coming from Jack Theron. Just one goal scorer from the Norway side. Philip Mikkelsen has both of the Norwegian strikes. Now France just a couple of seconds away from a big PK following the delay of game call, and now back to even strength. Norway will pick it up, waiting near center. It's Hauni Vu across. Grunde Utnes. Hauni Vu again. Vu draws a matchup he likes. He'll try to swim, can't get through, spins to the perimeter. Pass up top. Utnes dropped it. Vu running a bit of interference. The ball stays on the carpet. Here comes France. One defender to beat on the run. A shot kicked away, and maybe the best save of the quarter for Oscar Fossen Hovik. Norway will try to reward their goaltender now. Joar Varpe looked like he wasn't ready for it, but got his hands back on his stick to collect. Utnes now down to Mikkelsen. He'll split through and shoot on the run. Save made by Delorme. It's time now for France to reward their goaltender. Has been under fire with 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Norway's defense has been so strong to kick off this game. Those are not easy lanes to get down. So you can see the pass was caught for a moment, but a big cross check in the middle by the hulking defender, and Tehran can't pick that up either with one hand. It's another possession where France can't get a shot on goal. That may change here though. Norway in a bit of trouble. Now they get through. Oscar Bjuge will make his way back towards the bench. Glimsdahl, swing to the trailer. It's Utnes. Utnes creating some havoc over on that far side. Now France with a good defensive stand themselves and a chance to run. Dominique Sandy, the right-handed transition specialist. He'll leave outside. Drop pass to Jules Derung. Now Arbo. Nice split dodge to the cage. Scores off the crossbar and in. And France have tied the game. Watch out for Louis Arbo when he's feeling it. He is a tough matchup for anybody. He sees no help underneath. He drives underneath and is able to tiptoe the crease. This may have actually caught crossbar and gone down. Now credit to France, who go right back to Arbo. He stays out on the ball crew. He's going to go right back to the cage again, and this time cannot beat Hovik. Got the pad across this time around, and Norway will stretch the floor. Ricard Blalid, and now there's an injury laying down in front of the France bench. It's hard to tell from here. Is that Hauni Vu? No, I don't think so. It might be Mikkelsen. And Louis Arbo, we just talked about what he's been able to do for his team throughout this tournament, and now he puts his team down a man for the second time this game. It was right in the change box. We'll have to see what the call here is. Just a 2-minute minor for checking from behind to Louis Arbo. Conversation over at the Norway bench between an official, just trying to discuss, I'm sure arguing from the Norwegian side why this isn't a major with that being in the change box. Norway, they go for the dunk behind the goal, it's in! Hauni Vu gets the pass behind the goal, tucks it into that far side corner, and the lead is back in favor of Norway. Goaltender just couldn't get over in time. Now Norway didn't have enough players on, so it's going to be a violation that gives, or check that, it was France on the violation. So Norway gets the ball right back, and look who's back onto the floor. It's Howney Vu. He'll back away, down to the corner. Lumsdahl will swing over, looking for Utnes. That missed him by a large margin, and a chance to run with numbers for France, looking 5-hole, and another save with the stick for Hoavik. So he's got to fish that free of the gear, and that's going to be a 4-second count. Hoavik arguing that he did not have possession. He doesn't like the call. This feels like one of those opportunities that France needs to make the most of. There's not going to be too many defensive miscues for the Norwegians. So when you're offered a free reset here, you got to make the most of it. Righty strong, the ball will stay on the weak side. Arbo kicked aside. Rebound off the corner boards. It'll be picked up, and it's another reset for France. Louis Arbo has it again. Pass to the middle. It'll be knocked down on a hard cross check. Norway will pick it up, led by Rikard Blalet. Now numbers for Norway. Backhand pass across, intercepted. Oh, it would have been pretty, but France takes it away. Blalet now, does he have enough energy to stay? He led the transition after a lengthy defensive shift. He will have to stay. France going to the goal, bailed out by the Norwegian goaltender. Is their defensive core, and now they again want to run with speed. Here is Blalet again. He's been out for quite a while, and rightfully so, is going to make his way over to the Norway bench. A nice swim. Mikkelsen is back on. Hard shot through traffic, courtesy of Grunde Utnes. Handled well by the French netminder. Approaching the final minute. France able to get over the timeline just in time. Jules Durung spins off of a stick check, makes another move, one more defender, a good split, one hand on his stick, and he was unable to shoot after a couple of pretty plays. Now France is going to call their timeout here. There's 53 seconds on the clock. Still in the first quarter. There's only 4 seconds left on this shot clock. They may get a couple of extra seconds added on there, but this will be it for their first half timeout, though. Will not be available for them to use going forward as you get a look now at the Norway bench. What a performance they've put on here defensively speaking. How many possessions for France have we talked about where they've just been completely unable to get anything on goal? You're looking now at the goals that we've seen through this first quarter. It was Mikkelsen who got the first 2 for Norway. That was the first one that just trickled underneath before France started to find their way. A shorthanded goal from Jack Theron got some confidence back into their forwards, but they do still trail and now have a chance to tie this game. Only 4 seconds to shoot. Don't think they realized it. The timeout now wasted for France. Blalet sees a man coming off the bench, denied in tight. Another one robbed by the goaltender Delorme, who stayed with it. I don't even know if France really realized that they only had 4 seconds to make a play. Now Arbo has a goal in this quarter. He's also got a penalty as he's just eating cross checks from Tavares. Able to break free of that, however. Hard screen is set. Arbo puts it to the corner. Just 10 seconds left as that shot will skip off the crossbar and go out of play. Now 9 seconds to go. France can really tie this thing up now. They'll have a fresh 30 to work with, but it's not going to matter because there's only 9 seconds to try to make something happen. That, however, is plenty of time, but another great strip by the Norwegian defenders. The shot comes late, and it's off the goaltender and out of play. And the officials will just let everybody make their way back to their respective benches. What a start we've got here in the play-in game. Again, the winner will move on to play Ireland in a quarterfinal, but it's Norway with the early jump, up 3-2 over France. Take a look at the first quarter summary from what we've seen so far. Norway carrying a bulk of the play here, just with the slight edge in terms of overall score, but also shooting percentage, a 3% increase for them compared to France at an even 20%. But the face-off battle has been dead even, and that tells you that there's another big meeting between the minds coming back to center turf as we speak. It's 3-2 Norway over France in this play-in game, and which we'll see the winner move on to play Ireland in the quarterfinal tomorrow. My name's Tino Farah. Thank you for joining me alongside the entire crew here at EBLC 2026. And we got more action coming up all day long here at Radotín. Arbo looking across, a one-handed shot. Great save by Hoavik. Creative shot, whatever it takes to get something on goal. You see the creativity from France with their first shot, but now you see a breakdown at the other end, and Norway strikes early again. 31 seconds in, they go back up by 2. Well, you just saw a fan on their phone in the stands. It's time to look up. Same could be said about the French defenders. Time to look up and find the open man. Far too open. I believe that was Torbjorn Seim Halvorsen. He got the finish. He'll get his first of the game, and he's not going to miss from there. Far too easy. France has to find a way to clean that up if they're going to have success and book their ticket to the quarterfinals. Got to imagine they're shaking their heads a little bit as well, considering they had that scoring chance just before that on that one-handed shot. Well, Louis Arbo looks a little frustrated himself. He thinks there should have been a loose ball push for the contact he took looking for that loose ball. As Vedla Sand will get it over the line. Vu Sees a matchup that he likes, but he still tries to feed to the middle. Again, alone in front, a beauty! And another one scored by Torbjorn Seim Halvorsen. Back-to-back for Norway, back-to-back for him. And the Norwegian fans looking up this time around. What did I say before? He's not going to miss from there. Look at him just put his defender on skates, and he goes right to the camera. I think that's the second time this tournament we've seen a celebration look exactly like that. Now France gets one back off the ensuing draw at the other end. A good way to just cool the temperatures down themselves here. 2 straight goals for Norway, but answered right back off the faceoff from France. That should be the first of the game for Thomas Dyboost. He is another one of the big-time goal scorers for France, wearing 77 in navy blue. Going out on a limb here by calling it navy blue as well. Should mention, I am colorblind. So if it's a different shade of blue, I do apologize. Right now, France doesn't care about colors. They just care about goals. Bounce shot will be handled well. And that has to be, and it is going to be, a France penalty. The chin strap was ripped off of the Norwegian defender, Ingmar Juvsland. So he'll go off for some repairs, and Norway will get their 3rd power play of this game. There's another look at the Dyboost goal. We kind of missed it before. Still talking about the previous Norway goal. Speaking of Norway, have not scored on the power play yet. Actually, the last Vu dunk may have been on the power play, and look where he is again. He's back behind the goal. Deflected pass, works its way to the corner. France never had possession, so there was no 10-second count on. It's not going to matter because they're still not going to get possession. Now Vu passes out looking to Utnes. That'll be read well and intercepted. Here goes France. 2 defenders back quickly for Norway. They do not want to allow another shorthanded goal to be scored by the French connection. So France will be content with just killing as much of this clock as possible. Trying to knife through a few defenders. Sand was having none of that. It's Dominique Sandy with a bit of pressure themselves. Norway back with it again. Still a minute left on this power play. Grunde Utnes decides to step into one. Big save made. Oh, that was close to back in. No, it will be. France was able to launch this down the floor just as the whistle was going, so they'll be able to catch their breath a little bit and continue to try to kill this penalty off in a game in which they trail 5-3. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the half. So my mistake before, it was indeed a power play goal scored by Hauni Vu, and big save in, and another one as well, right on the doorstep by Nathan Delorme. Norway gets the rebound again, vacating to the outside. Fake shot, absorbing contact, and the bouncers will go. Second power play game, or goal, excuse me, of the game for Hauni Vu. Now the Norway fans are looking up from their phones. It's Hauni Vu putting on a show with the man up. Back up to a 3-goal lead. I mean, that could have been a penalty called as well, all things considered. Officials say play on. Hauni Vu just shakes that off. France has got to get going here sooner than later. They got a man open, scores! There's the answer back again. Jules Claire left all alone in front. We've talked about that from the Norway side of things, how they've had shooters left wide open in the middle of the floor. France says we can do that too, and Jules Claire, nobody near him. Just a catch and release. Absolutely nothing that could be done by Oscar Fossen-Hoavik. Just tries to put himself into a position, but the shot is good before he could react in time. Norway with the next possession. Chance to score, and they do. Glove side. Floodgates are starting to open up from both sides here. You have France with a good response, and Norway says, take a look at this. Christopher Olsen. Again, nobody near him. You can see the defender try to slide over just a second or so too late. Puts it off the post and in. Back to a 3-goal advantage. Battle the face-off dot. I mean, it's been good, and it continues to be good. Seen now France score 2 goals off of face-offs that come following a Norway goal. That's going to have to be an adjustment for Norway going into the second half. I don't know if a 3-goal lead is going to be enough to get it done against this team, France, who feel like they're right on the cusp. They feel like right on the precipice of finding their complete game. Another cut through. This will be denied by Delorme. And there's a penalty coming up. Is this to France again? Checking from behind is the call. I mean, you got to appreciate the communication from the officials on that one. It's Keith Gagne giving a good explanation. You did not need to hit him the second time. That's where the call comes. So Udnes, bounce shot that goes off of a body and out of play. We've been saying all tournament long, it's up to the players to find the line after the officials, you know, they set the parameters of what's going to be a call and what's not. Norway will get another on the power play. Now 3 for 4, and you look at the lead here. This is a 4-goal game. If France can stay out of the box and keep things 5-on-5, they're in this game. But Norway being provided these chances, and with the extra man out, I mean, time and room appears to be the recipe for success for Norway. Now up to 3 power play goals in this one. And Sondre Glimsdahl gets his first of the game. Alexander Bergman Yilmaz gets it across the floor. Udnes. Mikkelsen dropping his shoulder on his wrong side, still wants to shoot. That goes off the boards and out of play. Another souvenir for a fan. Speaking of your fan watching from home, make sure you follow along on the social media channels. EBLC 2026. Send them a message, let them know where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching this transition opportunity from. Norway crosses over the line with speed, can't make something out of it. They got a trailer off the bench. It's Mikkelsen going to the goal, denied. Delorme doesn't know where it is. It's somewhere in his pads. So he felt that fall somewhere. He just takes that step out of his, or off of his goal line. Gives himself the best possible chance to keep that from rolling over the line. Hard hit into the boards. Looks like Norway's trying to draw a call here. Didn't see any arm go up, but the Norway defender is going to stay down. So you get a look at that last chance. It was Mikkelsen. He was on his wrong side. That had a chance. Kind of goes off the hip by the looks of things. Delorme's been busy, and now the medical staff is going to have to make their way onto the floor, but the downed player still waiting to just see a number. Looks like that'll be Vegard Yinsu Holsba. He is walking on his own. Would not shock me at all if he doesn't miss a shift. He'll probably just have a quick chat with everybody, grab some water. But I'm no medical expert, just going based off of the way he's moving. He's not taking any gear off. Hopefully for him, just a splash of water is all he needs, because Norway needs him out the back gate if they're going to punch their ticket to the quarterfinals. Grunde Utnes. Nice pass through to a driving Hauni Vu. Give him 3. And the first half hat trick is complete. So 3 from Vu, 2 from Mikkelsen, 2 from Torbjorn Saim Halvorsen. At the risk of labeling myself Captain Obvious, the middle of the floor is that dangerous area right now, but Norway is getting there with ease. And speaking of, Vegard Yinsu Holsba back out for his first shift since getting a little banged up on the last one. Now Olsen. Low shot, scores! Norway starting to put their feet to the throat of France. A worm burner that goes into the low corner. And it's another hat trick from the Norway side of things. Torbjorn Saim Halvorsen. Somebody once told me the best shots don't leave the ground. Watch this one. It looks like it takes a little skip as it hits the peak of the crease. Now you've got 6 goals split between 2 players. Torbjorn Saim Halvorsen and Hauni Vu have 6 of the total 10 Norway goals. Just shy of 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Remember, no first half timeout available anymore for France. Norway still has theirs, but they're in a commanding 6-goal lead. Arbo from way downtown shoots that. It'll go out of play. Here's Grunde Utnes of Norway. Alexander Bergman Hjelmes. He likes the drive, likes the feed as well. I like that save, as that'll be off the glove. Rebound is there, a chance to make a play on it for Saim Halvorsen, but he can't come up with it. Unselfish ball movement right now for Norway. Could see that drive from that far side of the floor by Alexander Bergman Hjelmes, but still makes the extra pass over, and that whistle will come with exactly 7 minutes to go, which will bring us to our final media break of the first half. 10-4, Norway leads over France. More when we return.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world.
Get a look at some first half stats so far between the two clubs. Norway heavily outshooting France by almost a 2-to-1 margin, 26-15. Shooting percentage is higher. I mean, face-off percentage is the only category in which they trail in. Ground balls tell a lot of the story as well, with the amount of resets that Norway has been able to collect thus far. And there's still 7 minutes left in the first half of this game. France has got to start to get going here if they have a hope at coming back in the second half. Udnes down the middle, shoots it wide. Stuff like that, it's not going to help France's case. Halvorsen will drive, tries the flip behind the goal. Mikkelsen was there, but he had touchdown in the crease. That'll give possession back to France. So Norway currently on a 4-goal run. When this started, it was just a 2-goal game after Jules Claire got things within 2, and then Norway has just poured it on. From a 2-goal lead now up to a 6-goal advantage. That's not going to help either. Louis Arbo had a look at a tap in, and now he's mixing it up with a Norwegian defender. It's Madsen. Delayed penalty coming up. It looks like it may go to Arbo as Vu tries to flip around. Can't connect on the pass. Norway has the goaltender to the bench, but he's going to have to go right back, and it will be an unsportsmanlike penalty call. So it's not going to be to Arbo, it's going to be Thomas Dyboost. And the referee will go over to discuss with the French bench. Complaining that there may have been a missed holding the stick call down the floor. Everybody should know by now, though, it's the retaliation that is almost always going to get called. It's another power play goal, and it's another hat trick. What a trio this has turned out to be. Philip Mikkelsen gets his third. Houni Vu already had 3. Torbjorn Seim Halvorsen already had 3. 9 goals split between 3 players. And it's now an 11-4 lead. This Norway power play absolutely dynamic in this game. They knew the task at hand if they wanted to move on to the quarterfinal matchup against Ireland. There still is an entire second half to play, but the energy level from France, it's just not there right now. They have to find that extra gear. This is not a game that's out of reach, not yet at least, but just too many mental mistakes. And now transition with numbers the other way for Norway, and shot from the wrong side. Was that Valdemar Anderson? I believe it was. A righty on the right side of the floor. Had that been a left-handed, a left-handed Norwegian player, that may have been another tap in for them. Sand wasn't expecting it. Lays out the French player, then throws another hit as the ball is thrown away. Norway will keep. Picard Blalid takes it to the corner, does a lap, gets onto his proper side, skips back to Udnes. Another nice save for Delorme. He has been under fire in this second quarter. Doesn't look like that's going to change over the next 4.5 minutes. France has got to get this over. They've got 3 seconds to cross the line, and they do. Nice burst of speed at the last second. Trail check. Took that away from Arbo. Now Norway, I mean, there's not a lot of pressure here, but man, they use that entire 10 seconds to get over the line. Mikkelsen to Vu, another one to the corner. Mikkelsen wants it back, he picks it up, ran out of room and lost control. France now through their own crease, lobbed that ahead. The attempt at the one-handed pickup does not work, and then Vu went straight up to throw a heavy hit near center. Oh, and then he falls down hard. The turf monster got him. Maybe a chance the other way for France. Vu going back, and it's a shoveler that goes. A highlight reel goal for France to get them onto the board. A circus-style goal that you will likely see more of on your screens. Take a look at this. Gaetian Erman. Why not throw a one-handed shoveler between the legs? I certainly wouldn't say no. And France finally ends this run of Norway, trying to turn it into more here. It's a 3-on-1, and they can't settle the pass. A legal substitution also took away that chance. It'll be Norway possession, and it'll be another Norway power play. Sixth time now in this game that Norway has found themselves on the power play. They've scored 4 times while in this scenario. Said it before, I'll say it again. You subtract 4 of the Norway goals off of their total, and France is in this game. Delorme had seen enough of that pass behind the goal. He gloves it down, can't remain in control of it. Udnes drags. That goes off the face mask of the goalie and in. Delorme doesn't like it. We'll have to get another look at this. It did look like it bounced behind him. Delorme pleading his case. I'm not sure what that case is, though, unless he's just trying to say that it bounced right out. Oh, did it go off his mask, the crossbar, maybe the post as well? Yeah, that is as clear as it's going to get. And Delorme looking right at the big screen across from him. I mean, the evidence is clear, and you can call that another goal for Torbjorn Seim Halvorsen. And might as well put another dash in the power play goal category as well. Now 5 for 6. I'm not sure if that was picked up on the ambient mic. Could hear some conversation from France's bench. Just talking to their forwards, and you can hear them say, we're all just staring at it. They want a little more energy, a little more aggressiveness going after these loose balls. They do get one back. And the reset. Norway's defenders pushing way out. If France can get to the middle, they have an open lane. Arbo will collect. He puts it back down low. Pass is bobbled, and Norway will take it right back. They got a man off the bench, up the play. Now it's a breakaway off the crossbar. You are Varpa. Couldn't finish. He may get another chance as he spins off. Now Udnes with room. He wants to slow down and let the settle offense get onto the floor. France still had to get another defender on. Lucky that didn't become costly. Mikkelsen tries the backhander off a body. Delorme able to launch that ahead. There's Arbo off the bench. He is oftentimes the trigger man for this offensive team France. He'll be the ball carrier, dish across, shot, 5-hole, scores. France is back on the board thanks to another one from Jack Terran. A couple of times now in this game, we've seen France score on these shots where they take a step back with a defender in desperation. And it appears to just be opening up Oscar Faustin Hoavik ever so slightly. The 5-hole becomes an option when he takes that step over. But France has not been able to put together too many in a row throughout this game. They cut the lead down to 6. Norway gets the next possession. Just over a minute left in the first half. Norway 12, France 6 here at EBLC 2026. Open in front, there's another answer back from Norway. We may have a musician here from Norway too. Sondre Glimsdal with his second of the game.
Open in the middle, steps into a sidearm, and then slap it to Biss. Just underneath Nathan DeLorme. Tavares takes a cross check up high. France will find the loose ball. 45 seconds left on the clock. Does France want to try to push here? They don't have a timeout to call. Arbo to the corner. Arbo now will do some work to create space, and that shot, a howitzer, goes off the crossbar all the way down the floor. France has got to be quick to pick this up. Ball is loose again, pressured, they give it away. Norway has it already in the offensive zone with 15 seconds to play. Do they want to call a timeout? No, they want to go to goal, as that will be a crease violation against Norway. France, they're just too lackadaisical right now on their own side of the floor. And if that's not something that they can clean up in the second half, and this result is all but locked in. One late shot, it's a 7-goal deficit that France is going to have to try to figure out heading into the final 2 quarters. You'll get another look at that last chance for Norway off the junction of the crossbar and the post. And maybe that's a break that France can try to build some momentum with heading into the second half. They got a mountain to climb here against Norway, but sometimes that's a mountain that's a worthy climb, especially if it's a matchup in the quarterfinal on the line. We'll step aside for now and come back with third quarter action when we return.
Že mi volala jedna z těch elektromajících na kasově, že tu řízla na hlaváku. Já jsem se zrovna obědoval jídlo, měl jsem si to dvakrát kousku a jsem se to říká, že to byla něco voda. Dobře. Ani nejez, ani nepít. Může být nějaký kanál. Sražená zvěř. Super.
30 minutes in the books, 30 minutes to go between Norway and France in a game which will see the winner go on to play Ireland in a quarter-final matchup tomorrow. And right now, as you can see, Norway with a commanding lead, and I mean, you just feel the energy right now in the environment. It's so heavily favoring Norway, of course, with the sizable lead. But I mean, France, we're underway right now, officially having just started, and just now they're getting the rest of their team onto the bench. Just slow to get back. It just seems like they're not playing with the energy right now that they've been playing with throughout this tournament. Norway, on the other hand, I mean, they've scored early in the previous 2 quarters, and they try for an early one here. Varpa puts that just wide of the goal, and it'll deflect off his stick and back over center. Norway scored the last goal of the game. They've also been on a couple of runs throughout this one. They've had a pair in a row, they've had a trio in a row, and they've had a run of 5 straight through 2 previous quarters. Torbjorn Seim Halvorsen is having himself a 7-point performance, 4 goals, 3 assists. We've also seen a hat trick from Philip Michelsen. We've got a hat trick from Hauni Vu, and Sondre Glimsdahl is 1 goal away from completing his own hat trick. Not sure if we've seen that kind of progress from this many players on any team throughout the tournament. This may be the first time at EBLC 2026 where we have a chance to see 4 different players with a hat trick in a game, and we still have an entire half to play right now. Norway can certainly thank their power play for getting a lot of this job done. 5 for 6 on the man advantage. There has only been 1 power play which did not see them find the back of the net. Here is Grunde Utnes. He's oftentimes the facilitator of this offense. He comes into this set with 4 assists under his belt. And another power play coming up for Norway. They are content to just let this shot clock wind down. And right after we talk about the power play production for Norway, well, you're going to see it if you haven't seen it yet. Now out for their 7th power play of the game. The bench of France, they just look disappointed. They look a little dejected. Don't be surprised if you see Norway move it behind the goal. They have Haunivu back there. There's the pass. He couldn't handle it. Off his stick. Norway will keep it alive. Utnes will shoot off a body, so no reset for Norway. They got to be careful to save this here. France does have a shorthanded goal in this game. 7 seconds to shoot. That will deflect off the goaltender. Delorme will make the save. Might have been going wide. Glimsdahl to the corner, another tough pass to handle. Vu will pick it up off the boards. In front, Glimsdahl, a bouncer that goes out of play. Takes a stiff cross check for his efforts too. A rare set where Norway does not score on this power play, but they're gonna defend here. So there's still a little over a minute left of this man-up situation. Louis Arbo, he's got one of the 6 goals for France. Takes a lap, doesn't like what he sees. Sun's starting to shine here now at LCC Radotín. It's been mostly overcast to this point. So the players haven't really had to deal too much with the sun in their eyes, at least not to this point, but they are very well used to that by this point on day 6 at EBLC 2026. Now there's a penalty coming up to Norway, which will end their man advantage a little bit early. Haunivu pleading his case. That is not an argument you're going to win all too often. Yeah, I mean, he'll call it accidentally on purpose. The officials will disagree. As Howneyvoo takes his team off the power play and gives us some 4-on-4 time now for about 30 seconds until we'll see France on what I believe is going to be their first power play of the game. It bounces towards the center line. Norway had a forward leaking up and behind everybody, but France pick it up. They've just got a couple of seconds to shoot. They don't realize it. Oh, and then the ball is thrown away. Oh, an undisciplined penalty to toss it away after the whistle. Jules Durang is going to take his team off of what was going to be a power play. This one on a delay of game call. You just can't be doing that if you have a hope at coming back in this game. They've already got the score going against them, and then an undisciplined penalty like that. Just poor game awareness, and Norway take advantage on the 4-on-3. So chalk that up as another power play goal for them. Man, oh man. It's the mental mistakes that are going to cost you more than the physical ones, I would say. Just that lapse in judgment. You got to remember, I mean, Norway, they're no slouch here. Third is what they finished in their yellow pool, a 2-2 record. Wins over Wales and Austria before falling in games versus Poland and Belgium. Some conversation now between the two benches. Grunde Udnes was right in front of the bench of Team France, and you could hear them saying, get out of the way, but the ball was right there between the two benches. He was coming over to pick it up. Howneyvoo was laid out from behind. Now Udnes takes a couple of cross checks. Mikkelsen takes it behind the goal. He'll dunk and touches down in the crease. There is not a lack of creativity on this Norway side. For all the work they've done on the man advantage, they have done so much of their work in a variety of different ways when we're talking about shot selection. We've seen them score in a dunk. We've seen them score on one-timers, whether it be from in front of the net, beside the goal. We've seen a couple of outside shots, now a hard hit into the boards, and man, the officials quickly get in the way. That is another unnecessary penalty to take, and the Norway player is down right now in front of the bench. Vetle Sand. Norway fans hollering for this to be a 5-minute major. We'll see what the decision is going to be. Handed a game misconduct as well as a 5-minute major. Man, oh man. Bad to worse for France here. Didn't see the number of the French player who laid the hit. I'm sure it'll pop up on the screen in a couple of moments. They look for the dunk early, and that's read well. Getting across over was Delorme, the goaltender for Team France. And then they'll just throw it away down the floor. So Howneyvoo will start off the possession, and he's actually just going to wait near center floor to be the safety man. So Norway playing 4-on-3 in the zone. Udnes. Somehow he does not have a goal yet in this game, but is all over the stat sheet with some assists. Behind the goal, crease violation against Norway. France can pick it up. And I mean, remember here, folks, we have seen some outrageous comebacks in the sport of lacrosse. I mean, a deficit like this is certainly not insurmountable by any stretch of the definition. But now, I mean, 8:45 left in this quarter. There's still another entire quarter to play after this one. France, they have to start to move forward. They have to start to attack. They're getting their saves just like that one from Delorme. I'm not sure what else you could ask for from your goaltender, giving you a chance. But this march to the penalty box, it's got to stop if France has any hope at coming back in this game. Now it's back to a more traditional 5-on-4 power play, and it's pulled off the goal line. Best save of the game by Nathan Delorme. Norway can score 2 goals here with it being a major penalty. Remember, there was a game misconduct handed out as well. But it will return to 5-on-5 following the commencement of these next 3 minutes of the major for boarding. Got to imagine Norway is also thinking about the health of their players. Delorme with another nice save stepping across the crease. If they are to win this one and move on to face Ireland in the quarterfinal, that is going to be a real tough matchup. France looking for another shorthanded goal, and they get one. Dominique Sandy. Well, you get your saves from one end of the floor, and then you reward that goaltender with the second shorthanded goal of the game. It'll be Dominique Sandy with the spin and finish. Gets between a double team, and we've talked about maybe the casual play of France on their defensive side of the floor. Now Norway a little bit casual themselves with the man up, and France will make the most of it. Lengthy loose ball battle. Norway forward is pushed from behind. The French bench disagree with the calls. The power play will make their way back on. There's 2:20 remaining on the major penalty for boarding. Now Varpe is onto the floor, creating space for Utnes on a sidearm release. That goes out of play, and with that whistle, that'll take us to our media timeout. Norway continuing to pour it on, but look out for France. A shorthanded goal brings them within a touchdown.
Pivo z rodinného pivovaru, kde řemeslo a tradice jdou ruku v ruce.
Welcome back to LCC Radotín. You get a look at the point leaders from this individual game. And by no surprise, you see a bunch of Norway flags there in every category. Goals, assists, overall points. You got to look there at the last one. Grunda Udnes with 5 points in this game, each and every one of them an assist. Maybe I'll make my way over to the corner after this game and have a chat with him for our post-game interview. Stick around for that. Stick around at the end of every game, I should add. Post-game interviews going down just after the handshakes. Always got to give the teams a couple extra minutes to celebrate. It's been fascinating and super entertaining to watch. I mean, this morning there was a big celebration in the early game. I mean, the Netherlands also, despite losing that game, still with a big celebration with their fans. Varpa shot puts it off of a France defender and out of play. But even last night, again, talked earlier about how we had back-to-back matchups between England and Ireland, one in the men's division, then one in the women's division. Both ended up with overtime wins for the Irish, and afterwards, these huge celebrations with their fans in attendance. Better defense there by the French penalty killers, and another block. That's 3 while on this major power play for Norway. They do get a late shot, but it's thrown wide of the goal, and they can't find the rebound. Vu is thrown down to the floor, and is this another power play to France? Yes, it is. I mean, just what else can you say at that point? There's no question about it. When France goes back to review the tape, I mean, just to recap after this game, like, their tournament is not done. They still have more lacrosse to play after this, assuming that the result does remain the way that it's looking like it's going to be. But, I mean, the clear message that you have to imagine is coming from their coaching staff is that, guys, we got to stay out of the box. I could be maybe one off. I don't think I am, but I think that's the 10th trip to the penalty box for France. Now Norway is going to take one. So we'll see some 4-on-4. Oh, and there's 2 penalties being called now against Norway. Henrik Ormseth. And is that Matthias Brondland, I think. Well, now we see a power play for France. They didn't score on their only previous opportunity. Never too late to get the scoring going. Trailing by 7. Hard skip. There would have been room to shoot, but the pass was over the target. Looking for Joseph Velora, who was the overtime hero yesterday in the overtime win versus Portugal. Couldn't get a handle on that pass as it was over top of his reach. Oh, 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Norway working with 3 forwards up. Runda Utnes with a hard shot. Goaltender stumbles, and that was a Norway player down to a knee. This is Christopher Olsen. May have gotten a stick up high. Save at the other end. We haven't really had to call Oscar Vossen-Hoavek's name all too much here in this third quarter. This French power play may change that a little bit. Louis Arbo, good pass across. There's a nice save, stepping over. Oh, and they got to settle the loose ball. It was up in the air dangerously. Ingmar Juvsland able to collect. Stripped of possession, gets it back though. So he'll vacuum that off of the turf. You are Varpe. Go for a run. Knocked down with a good cross check on the shoulder. Back up to his feet. Look out. Arbo just sidestepped the check. Now he's going to keep his feet moving. And he's going to draw a penalty. Might this be a penalty shot? No, it's just going to be a holding call. Thought we were going to get a little bit of dramatics here in Radotín. And the referees are going to come together to discuss. This decision may not have been finalized. Right now, it is just a holding call. And it will be a penalty shot. Okay, the dramatics will come into effect here. And have to imagine it is going to be Louis Arbo who's going to take it. He's waiting near center. Well, 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 one of the most exciting plays in lacrosse. We're going to get a penalty shot called here. It's going to be Louis Arbo who created the chance. Feels like this is a must-score position for Arbo if France is going to have a chance down the stretch drive. Arbo waiting near center. He'll pick things up, going to go one-on-one with Oscar Vosin-Hoavik. Arbo, shimmy shake, denied by the stick. And Oscar Vosin-Hoavik is celebrating. He'll get a couple of defenders off the bench to celebrate as well. Did not bite on any one of the fakes thrown, just took one step across to his right. And now it is going to be a face-off. I don't think Norway's really realized it yet. Got to get their ball team onto the floor. So it is still 5-on-3, which favors France. Bit of a slower moving third quarter here, but we are under 3 minutes left in said quarter. So the first penalty is over. Now it's just a traditional 5-on-4. Shot off of a Norwegian defender. Ball is up for grabs at the half wall. Wrestling match going right now. Nobody been able to pick it up yet. It's a 2-on-1 that favors Norway, and it's eventually kicked back into their own crease. Urgency is certainly slowed down a little bit here for Norway. Houni Vu is parked on the wall. He'll get the pass from Grunde Utnes. He's going to stay over off ball. Vu spins off of that glancing blow. Fakes the shot, spins, shoots, scores. I don't know if anybody in this tournament likes to score goals as much as him. I mean, forget the word likes. I don't think anybody in this tournament loves to score goals as much as him. Gets right back to the bench. He took a couple of stiff checks there, but another one where he's just able to spin and shoot and fool the goaltender low. Make this a 15-7 lead for Norway. Just cruising right now. Norway may have just forgotten that they were still shorthanded. So we've seen France with a couple of shorties. Now Norway is on the board in that category as well. They try the dunk, not going to fool the netminder. That time, oh, there was a little bit of room. Wouldn't have counted either way as Arbo had a foot in the crease. 1:10 left on the clock until the final quarter of this one. Actually, don't think they've put the 15th goal up on the board. Could be wrong. My eyes could be deceiving me. My notes could be deceiving me, rather, is more so the case. France appears to be down a man as well. I'm just looking over at their bench, and they've got a player with gear on but no jersey on over to the left of their bench. So they may be down some reinforcements. And that's certainly not going to help their case at a comeback. 30 seconds left. They've got their timeout back after they used their first half one in the first quarter. Still have one available to use in the dying seconds of this one or the fourth quarter if they so choose, but right now they're going to have to wait. Norway with it. Off the left pad, rebound over to the wall. Winds up out of play. Norway will keep. 3.5 seconds left. need a quick shot. They get one. A skipper that missed the net. It goes wide of the goal. And Norway now with just 1 period to go until they book their ticket into the quarterfinals. You can catch all the action of EBLC 2026 right here when we return.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world.
Well, my question was answered. My notes do not deceive me. It is indeed 15-7. In fact, I could hear Keith Gagne, the head ref in this game, call up to the scorekeepers. Is there any chance that the game is 15-7? And the answer was yes. Our apologies. So the score has been corrected. 15-7. Norway leads with 1 quarter left. They're just 15 minutes away from a date with Ireland in a quarter-final matchup. France will still try to chip away as they have throughout the entirety of this game. Norway won another early one, and they'll put it off the goaltender and the post. In 3 out of the 4 quarters, Norway has scored a goal in the opening minute. Skrunda Utnes will get it over to the righties to do a bit of work, and that'll be denied by Nathan Delorme. Rebound chance, another save by the French netminder. Here comes France now looking to create some space. They give it away and make it 3 straight saves, and the goaltender can get back up to his feet with Norway finding another reset. Utnes is open, wasn't expecting the pass though. He'll take it off the boards. What a start here for Norway in the 4th quarter. Make it another rip, make it another save for Delorme. He's made 3 stops on Alexander Bergman, Yelmas specifically. 14 in white and blue, just can't buy one. Mikkelsen with a hard forechecking cross-check. France able to get over the center line. Backdoor cut, robbery at the other end of the floor. Oscar Fossen Hoavik. Goaltenders putting on a show here in the 4th quarter. Backdoor feed, another one stopped. Skrunda Utnes still with 5 assists. No goals to be scored from him yet, not for a lack of chances. So right now his stick is tied up with a French defender. They will continue to go at each other. Keep your eye to the right of the crease. Bounce shot stopped by the shoulder, and Utnes now will vacate off to the Norway bench. Thought we may have seen some extracurriculars. Dominic Sandy was the defender he was mixing it up with. They both get onto their respective benches. Every offensive shift, I mean, could be said defensively as well. Every shift right now for France is massively important. Trailing by 8, 12 and a half minutes left in regulation. They can get one early, then they have some life, then they have some energy. Maybe you get the next one as well. The energy increases even more. Suddenly, you got some fans that are cheering you on behind you. Delorme is doing his job. He gets another save, and the ball will be thrown away down the floor. Norwegian netminder will get that back up to the offense. Mikkelsen looking for a roller. Pass is good. Tiptoes the crease. Taken behind the goal now. Torbjorn Siam Halversen. Across the floor. Now it's Alexander Bergman Yelmes. He'll skip across, 5 to shoot. That's blocked by a defender. That's one thing that you can say that France has had the extra edge on, and now it's going to be a France penalty. Oh, I mean, how do you even argue this? Johan Mayo. I mean, he just kicks a loose stick that's down on the floor away from the player. There is no argument for a penalty like that. 11th power play now for Norway. Utnes. Another France penalty coming up, and Norway will stay on the power play. It's another goal from that shooter spot across the floor, and Sandra Glimsdahl will complete the hat trick. So the unsportsmanlike penalty will come out, but there will be a cross-checking penalty that happened on that play. So Norway remains on the power play. Sebastian Seymour on the cross-checking call. I think that's 7 power play goals now for Norway. If you just give me a minute, I'll refresh my stat sheet and just confirm that for you, but do the math, folks. Seven power play goals, 1 shorthanded. I mean, do yourself a favor. Google Point Bench. That's where you're going to find the live scoring. Unless you just want to go to the EBLC website as well, you can find stuff like this there. But at least up here in the booth, we've been using Point Bench. It's just provides a little bit more information for us on the broadcast. You just go and look at the scoring summary in this game. Just special teams all over the place. Only 8 of Norway's goals have come at even strength. My, oh my. And I mean, if you look at it, if you take away all of the special team stuff, which I know is wishful thinking, we're playing multiverse here, we're playing alternate universes. I mean, this is a 1-goal game right now if you take away all the goals that have been scored on special teams. One of those being shorthanded. I mean, you can add that back to the list if you really want. So even in that case, it's still just a 2-goal game. But this one just, it felt like it's been out of reach for far too long. The runs have favored Norway. I don't know. It's hard to find any other talking points right now. France just has not had an answer. Now Anderson comes onto his own side of center. A smart move there to negate having to come back over and give possession back to France. Norway, they want to go. Here's Utnes. Good motion from the outside. Skip across and an overhand shot. Delorme able to step over. His pass was up the floor to this is going to be France ball. I'm not entirely sure why, unless they're going to say that was a back over off of a Norway stick. Either way, France will take the break. 5 seconds away from killing off the cross-checking minor. And Seymour comes out of the box. He'll sprint straight across the floor. Louis Arbo. Pass hit a few sticks. Falls down into the corner. Norway looking ahead. Under 9 minutes left in this game. Tavares gets crunched by a pair of back checkers. Now Arbo takes it back. He'll protect his stick. And now penalty coming up to Norway. Delorme didn't realize there was a penalty called. Now he gets up on his horse to get to the bench. Extra attacker on. Louis Arbo had the pass sent towards him, but he was knocked away. And I don't know if everybody has realized yet that there was a penalty being called. Everybody frantically trying to work in transition to get back to their respective benches. But this is going to remain France ball. So it will be 5-on-4 for France. Slashing is the call. It's hard to even keep track of how many power plays there have been in this game. I mean, from both sides, really. Obviously, the advantage is to Norway. But France, I mean, they can shoot the ball, as you see right there. I mean, that one goes up and out of play. It will be Norway possession, but you can see the muscle that's behind some of these shots. We've seen the hands on Louis Arbo. We've seen, I mean, throughout this tournament, different scorers. And the overtime winner last night came from Joseph Veylara. Jack Tehran's got 2 goals in this game. And possession is going to go now back to Norway. Bodies colliding here. Norway calling for a penalty on the hit to Christopher Olsen. Check that. It's going to be another Norway penalty on the slash to Olsen. So now it's a 2-man advantage for France. I hope he didn't have any appointment that he had to get to. Because with all the whistles, this game is taking a while. And France going the full 5-man power play up with the 2-man advantage. Arbo fakes the backhand, gets it up top. Tehran off the pad. Back across, France with the reset. They got to settle down this ball. Dominique Sand flips that ahead. It's batted back towards the France crease. Knocked out of play off of the Norway stick. France now from their own side of center. They will look to move up the floor, but they're going to have to make some magic happen when we come back from our final media break of this game. It's Norway 16, France 7, and our second of many play-in games here at EBLC 2026. Back just in time for the France power play to continue on here. A 2-man advantage for the next 35 seconds, and then back to a more traditional 5-on-4 and a shortened power play to continue after that. France doesn't care about that, though. They just want to get an early goal so they can stay on the power play and just keep chipping away. One shift at a time, just keep swimming. That shot, though, does not get through. Batted forward. Norway trying to counter. And it's going to be back over. Thought that may have been a loose ball push. Play is not blown back in yet. And did France just take another penalty as a result of that? Jules Claire. I mean, I'll give him a little bit of leeway on that one. To me, from here, that looked like he maybe just thought that, Norway was picking up the ball and going. An official will tell you, you got to play within the whistles, and yes, that is correct. But if there's one penalty that I'm going to give France some slack on, this is probably that one. So 4-on-4 now. This is the first of 2 Norway penalties comes to a close. Runda Udnes hits the roller. Mikkelsen shoots. Mikkelsen scores. Well, the extra room at 4-on-4. That's what you're seeing here. Defender can't get back into position in time. 4-on-4 is what's going to continue here as well. 24 seconds left until that will change. But now, you have 4 goals from Houni Vu. You have 4 goals as of recently from Philip Mikkelsen, and you have 4 goals already from Torbjorn Sam Halvorsen. Just pick your target of who you want to talk to after a game like this, really. I still think I'm going to go and try to wrangle together Grunda Udnes for the performance that he's had, most specifically in the role of a facilitator now for Norway with what he's been able to produce. These guys aren't getting open and firing home, these 3, 4, 5 goals at a time if it's not for his ability to find them, and he's up to 6 assists now. Sondre Glimsdal's got a 6-point game going with 3 and 3. Already talked about Torbjorn Sam Halvorsen. He's having himself an 8-point game with 4 and 4. On France right now, it's Jacques Theron with 2 goals. So at least he leads the goal scoring category for his group. Gaëtan Herman has 3 points with a goal and 2 assists. It's also 118 out of 29 faceoffs. Pretty good job there for him. France gets one back. It's Louis Arbo with another. He's had plenty of looks in this game, including a penalty shot in the last quarter. You would think with how much he's carried the ball, he would have 3 or 4 goals by now, but that is just his second. That speaks to Norway's ability to close him out of the play as much as possible. Just trying to frustrate him and limit his opportunities. And Dominique Sand, another goal scorer in this one for Norway. Excuse me, it was Christopher Olsen, my mistake, looking at the wrong side of the roster. Dominique Sand of France. But, Dominique Sandy does have a goal. one of the 8 for France. That pass missed the mark. Clock winds down to 3.5 in regulation. Norway up by 9 here late in the game. Shot right into the stick. Remember to stick around. There is more action here from LCC Radotín. You can listen in to Garrett Gosshorn and Teddy Jenner call Slovakia versus Austria. And the nightcap should be a good one too. Czechia versus Switzerland. That should be a fun one. I know that, you know, if I am able to get out of here and beat some of the heat, maybe take advantage of some AC in the hotel, I will most definitely have that tuned into one of the screens. Arbo, 1-on-2, he's taken down from behind, still shoots and he scores! There's the hat trick from Arbo, and he's got some words for his defender. The penalty will be waved off as Arbo gets maybe his prettiest of his 3. Never out of the play. Watch him fall forward, but he stays out of the crease, and why not? I mean, the goalie's right there. You still got your leverage. France decides they don't want the power play. They just want to shoot. France again hollering for a penalty to be called. May have an argument there. It looks like it was a bit of a cross-check up into the neck area. No call. Chance to roll and shoot. France has had some success with that similar look at different points of this game. More so from the interior of the floor, however. That one coming from distance, off the goaltender and out of play. And Jack Terran, does he want a chance at the hat trick? He's been stuck on 2 for a while. Tries the trail check. Tavares with a nice pass ahead. It's a breakaway on a bouncer, scores. Well, the look of Nathan Delorme says it all. Just shaking his head. France gets one back, and there goes Norway again. Now 18-9. That could have been close. Norway shooter, I mean, he steps to the crease. We may have to, I mean, if we really wanted to, if this was a closer game, France may be slowing down that replay to see when the ball actually crossed the line, whether the Norway player was in the crease at that point. It's not going to make a difference in this one, though. 18-9 is the score in the final 2 minutes, and Norway will indeed pick up their 3rd win of this tournament. This one when they needed it more than ever, and they now will lock into a matchup with Ireland in a quarter-final meeting. That game will be tomorrow. It'll be right here, 1:30 local time. You know where to find it. I'll let you all watching from home do the math when it comes to the time change. Please don't make me do that for you, because I don't think I've figured it out yet to this point. I know I'm 9 hours ahead of home. That's all I could tell you. Now into the final minute. Norway don't look like they're done just yet. 6 seconds to shoot. Park behind the goal. Wrap around, and that'll go wide. Penalty coming up. And it will go to France. Again, you're seeing an argument from Johan Mayo. Just feels like this, I mean, perfectly summarizes how this game has gone. Why wouldn't it end with one more power play chance for Norway? Udnes will shoot again from his wrong side. We've seen that play from the Norwegians a couple of times. Arbo in frustration, throwing some cross checks. Starting to ignore the ball, just letting out a bit of frustration here. That pass through the middle didn't work out. Arbo couldn't pick it up. Udnes. 5 seconds to go. The Norway bench wanted him to shoot. He'll put it high into the air, and that is gonna do it. (18-9) is the final score. Norway takes this one. I'm gonna head on down to the floor and see if I can have a conversation with Grunde Udnes. Stick around for the post-game interview, but that will do it for this one. Norway will go off to face against Ireland tomorrow at 1:30 local time, right back here at LCC Radotín. You know where to find it for free across our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us, and good afternoon from LCC Radotín.
Saying that right? Yeah. Okay. It never looks better.
All right, we're here with Grunde Utnes after Norway. I mean, you guys just put a thumping to France, and you guys needed it now more than ever for you to book your ticket to the quarterfinals. You now have a date booked with Ireland tomorrow. What was your guys' mindset coming into this game? Because it appeared like you guys were ready to go as soon as the opening faceoff went.
Yeah, no, this was a huge game for us. We knew that placement in this tournament is basically going to come down to this game, so we're very happy with the way we executed our game plan.
Your guys' power play was probably the biggest factor in this game, scoring, I think it was 7 or 8 goals on the man advantage by the end of it. How important is your power play to the success for this group overall?
I mean, it's huge, at least when we play teams that put a man in the box, then we got a... My teammates cheering on me to get this done with, but yeah. I mean, we're very happy with the way that this game went. No injuries, hopefully. So that's the main thing for us now.
All right, man, go celebrate.
Thank you.